Hello YouTube, and welcome to a very special edition of Rob's Arcade. As per usual, I'm your host Rob, and I've actually ventured away from the arcade to come to you live and on location from Jellystone Park, home of one of the greatest cartoon characters ever, Yogi Bear. Now, not only was Yogi the star of a bunch of his own animated series back in the day, Yogi is also one of the most prominent characters in the brand new show Jellystone.
For those of you who have never heard of Jellystone, it's a brand new animated series streaming on HBO Max. This wacky comedy series features a bunch of classic Hanna-Barbera cartoon characters who all live in the town of Jellystone and do nothing but make everyday life difficult for each other.
Now, for a guy who's always saying he's smarter than the average bear, on Jellystone he really means it, because on this show, Yogi Bear is a doctor. Now, he's not a really good doctor, but he's a doctor nonetheless. Anyway, I'm sure all my Player 2s can't wait to see what we're going to be drawing this episode. Well, I can't wait to show you. Let's check it out.
Hadouken!
That's right, Player 2s. We're going to be drawing the classic old school version of Yogi Bear as well as the brand new Jellystone version of Yogi Bear. It's going to be a lot of fun, Player 2s, and it's going to be a piece of cake because I'm going to show you all how to draw both versions of Yogi using only easy-to-draw simple shapes. Then when we're done with that, we're going to take a trip down to the Classic Game Showcase and spend a little bit of time playing a game that most of my Player 2s have never even heard of before because it was never released in the United States.
Yogi!
Well, looks like that's my cue to get out of here. How about we check our supplies and get ready to start our art class? Okay, Player 2s, let's start drawing the classic old school version of Yogi Bear. We're going to use a two-step process this time. The first step, guideline step. When I draw in red, I want you to press very lightly with your pencils, just like we always do. After that, we're going to go straight to the finishing step, where we take our black felt tip pen or black magic marker and ink over only the lines we need. When this ink dries, we're going to take our erasers, we're going to erase all the pencil lines, then we're going to have a finished drawing. The first thing that we're going to do is we are going to draw a straight line right down the middle of our paper. Alright, this is going to help us separate everything and keep everything even on both sides. After that, we are going to draw a straight line across, and then we're going to draw a curve at the top. Alright, this is part of Yogi's hat. Okay, we're going to try to keep everything even on both sides. Then we're going to draw two curved triangles right about here. After that, starting right about here, we're going to draw a circle about that size. Same thing on the other side. We're going to draw a circle. And again, we're going to try to keep them even on both sides. After that, starting right about here, that little X is, we're going to draw a letter L. On this side, we're going to draw a backwards letter L. We're going to try to keep the bend right here even on the other side as well. So that's a little off. It might help to draw another guideline straight through here. So you can just follow your guideline there. After that, starting right about here, if you can go straight down from here, we'll draw a line all the way across. It's about here, so it's right about under where the ears would end. On this side, we're going to draw one oval and a small line right there. Other side, right close to the line, we're going to draw a same size oval and another line right there. Actually, I'm going to move this one a little over to about there. Inside these ovals, we're going to draw a slightly smaller oval so we have the eyes. Then starting right about at this point, we're going to draw, it's going to look like a triangle with a curved top. A little bit like maybe a guitar pick. So we're going to draw a line to about here, line to about here, and we're going to curve it so it goes right underneath the eyes. Starting where these parts meet right here, where the eye and the nose meet, we're going to draw kind of like a curve. Bring it down around to the bottom here. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Starting right about there, we're going to curve. We're going to bring it down to the bottom right about here. Again, we're trying to make everything even on both sides. If it's not perfect, that's okay. We're drawing a different way. We're learning a new process. Practice. Practice, practice, practice. Over here, we're going to draw a backwards letter C and a letter C. Then starting in the middle of this, we're going to draw like a letter U, but it's going to be a little pointer at the bottom. So starting here, and then we're going to go all the way up here. Then we're going to follow our guideline down, but we're going to kind of veer off a little bit to this side. So we're going to just draw a line, but we're going to curve it a little bit here. 1, 2, 3 dots there. 1, 2, 3 dots here. We're going to draw an upside down letter V right about there. Two short lines here, and we're going to have these short lines connect to the upside down letter V that we just drew. And then we're going to draw the knot of Yogi's tie, 2 little lines, and then we're going to just take the rest of it down for the tie. We're only drawing Yogi's head at this point. A couple little details in the ears, a little curve here, a little curve here. And step 1 is complete. We've pretty much just drawn Yogi Bear. Now all we have to do is just take our black felt tip pen or black magic marker and finish this up. Cleaning this up along the way. Like as I'm looking at this, I'm noticing that there's just a couple little lines and stuff that are a little off and everything. But in this final step, you can go and fix that. We're only tracing over the lines we need. So I'm going to start at the nose. Kind of just going to shade that in a little bit. Just so my player 2 is going to have a better idea what it'll look like. Then I'm going to go to the eyes. We're going to completely go over this eye. I'm going to fill in his eyeball. And this eye we're only going to go over up until about here, because one eye sticks out in front of the hat, the other eye is behind the hat. I don't know why they made that design choice, but it works. So Yogi Bear has a very, very iconic design. I'm going to go over his hat, so I'm going to go over underneath this eye, over on top of here. I'm going to clean that up a little bit. A little bit of detail on his hat right there. Go over the little detail lines on the side. And I'm kind of going to just fix this a little bit. And I do the same thing on the other side. Just clean it up a little bit. Go over his ears. Over his other ear. over his face. Our backwards letter C, our frontwards letter C. Over his jaw. We got that little curve of his lip. 3 dots. Over his collar. And his tie. And there you have it, Player 2s. We've just drawn Yogi Bear. Now after a few minutes, let your ink dry, take your eraser, erase all of the pencil lines. So these guidelines over here will disappear. Whoops. The guideline down the middle, the guideline down the side if you drew that one. And you should all have an image that looks very similar to this. Great job, Player 2s. I can't wait to see how you all handled this activity. Okay, Player 2s, let's start drawing the Jellystone version of Yogi Bear. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to draw 2 ovals that are both at an angle. Inside these ovals, we're going to put 2 little dots, and they're like so. Then we are going to draw a shape that's very similar to that. Inside of there, we're going to do kind of like a guitar pick shape. We're going to erase this line a little bit. I went a little bit too far. And we're going to do a little curved line there, starting right about here under where the nose ends. We're going to do a line straight down. Up here we're going to do a short line, and then over here we're going to draw a circle. After that circle, we're going to draw a line straight down, then a line straight across here. Even that out. Starting right underneath the eye right here. Whoops. We'll do a curve right down to there. Just like the other Yogi Bear, we're going to draw an upside down V right here. Line straight down to here, close here. Line straight down here. We're going to bring this around there. Inside here, we're going to do a little curve. 2 lines straight down. 3 dots. 1, 2, 3. Line straight here that curves up a little bit past the eyeballs, a little bit before the nose. Curve right there. Now I know I'm moving a little fast, Player 2s, but if I'm going too fast, feel free to pause the video. Work at your own speed. We're going to do another curve right back here. Straight line here. Straight line here. I'm going to close it up there. And then another line right across here. Curves right here for his eyebrows. And step 1 of drawing Jellystone style Yogi Bear is complete. Now we're going to take our black felt tip pen or black magic marker and we're going to ink over only the lines that we need. Our image is pretty much going to look exactly like what we have on screen right here. So we're just going to clean it up a little bit as we're drawing this. So get the little curve there, going over the nose. Just going to shade that in very, very briefly. Over his nose. A little line here. Over his eyes. curves. The good thing about the Jellystone style of Yogi Bear is that all the characters are very similar to this style. So once you get the basics of this down, all you have to do is just add a couple changes and everything, and then you can draw everybody else. So we're going to keep going with this. Our circle here, we're not going to trace over the whole thing, we're just going to trace over a big part of it, because we're going to erase that line. I think that shape right there. Go over our line that we did right there for the back of his head. Collar and the tie. Over his hat. Top of his hat. Fill this in with black. And there you have it, Player 2s. We have just drawn the Jellystone version of Yogi Bear. I hope you all had a good time with this class, and I can't wait for the next one. Done. I'm going to fill in these 3 dots, and we're done with that. We have just completed our Yogi Bear drawing. I hope all my Player 2s. And there you have it, Player 2s. We've just drawn the Jellystone version of Yogi Bear. Now I hope all my Player 2s have enjoyed both of these classes, and I can't wait for the next one. On this episode of the Classic Game Showcase, we're going to spend a little bit of time with the obscure Super Nintendo game Hanna-Barbera's Turbo Toons. Turbo Toons is a top-down racing game that was released exclusively in Europe. A US version was in development, but it was cancelled before its release. Gameplay is similar to the classic Overhead Racer Off-Road, but unfortunately, Turbo Toons is nowhere near as fun as that title. Players select one of Hanna-Barbera's most famous cartoon characters, such as Yogi Bear, Huckleberry Hound, or Hong Kong Phooey, and run around a simple track with the goal of finishing the race in first place. Each of these characters has their own unique special ability and can use items that appear on the racecourse to give them an advantage. With no plot to speak of and gameplay that gets repetitive quickly, this game doesn't have a lot of replay value. I can only recommend this game to die-hard fans of Hanna-Barbera characters. If you're looking to play a decent Super Nintendo game featuring Yogi Bear, then check out The Adventures of Yogi Bear for a much better experience. Till next time. And that's a wrap on another edition of Rob's Arcade. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video to help this channel grow. Also be sure to follow Rob's Arcade at the social media links listed in the description below. Now as far as the next episode goes, we're creeping into October, which is my favorite month of the year because A, my birthday's in October, and B, Halloween is my favorite holiday and we're going to be hitting that at the end of the month. So in honor of the upcoming holiday, the next 2 episodes will be Halloween themed. I'm not going to tell you any more, so Player 2s, you're just going to have to tune in and check it out. Until then, keep drawing, and I'll see you all next time at Rob's Arcade.